hurts, you let me know. All we're doing is swaying to the right, rolling our ankles, and then we're swaying to the left, just grounding our energy into the earth, and then swaying back to the right, just waking up the nerves in the ankles, and back to the left. And then we're just swinging right and back, right and left, like we're skiing downhill, just to wake up the nerves in the feet. And we just shake our feet gently, and all we're doing is we're lifting our heels, and then we're going to take a little squat to sit down. So we're lifting our heels, and we're squatting like we're sitting into a seat cushion. Up, down, just to get tension in the calves and to work the glutes and the quads. So it's just a lift and a sit, a lift, and all we're doing here is to get like out of a 10 being pain, about 70%, just a little tension. And you guys can lean on those chairs in the back.
It's a good one.
And I already feel this. It's just about tension. If you feel it, you shake your feet and you move on. Just do minimal. You'll shake just fine. The next one's more about surrender. We stretch our legs out. We go with soft knees always. It's not about how far you could stretch. If you hang just a little bit, that's fine. We're opening the low back and we're stretching the upper inner thigh. So we're hanging like a rag doll as best you can. Let your energy just hang. Let's all breathe out together. In breath through the nose. Another long exhale. One more in breath. And another exhale. Now hang over to the right knee. Just take your body, walk your hands over to the right knee. Again, exhale. In breath through the nose. Exhale. And in breath through the nose. And exhale. Walk your way over to the left knee. Keep those knees soft. Breathe out. In breath through the nose. Exhale. In breath through the nose. And exhale. And then back to center, hanging like a rag doll. Palms facing up, fingertips facing through the legs. Stretch comfortably through those open knees. And just hang and breathe out. In breath. Out. In breath. Out. And slowly wind up, vertebra by vertebra, and go right into a gentle bow. Hands on the hips, soft knees, pushing your hips forward. Again, always starting with an out breath. In breath. You could put sound if you want. Let it go. In breath. One more exhale. We're going to take the right hip, twist, and look over the left heel. Stretch through the right hip flexor and breathe out. In breath. Let it go. One more in breath. And let it go. And then twist all the way around. Look at the right heel. Push through that left hip flexor and breathe out. In breath. Breathe out. In breath. And again out. And now back to center and really push those hips forward. Breathe out. In breath. Big out breath. In breath. Last out breath. And then back to standing and shake that out. And for those of you that want to go onto the wall, we find a spot on the wall where we have our toes out front. We're just sitting on the wall, relaxing everything, and just feeling our feet in the earth. You guys don't have to do this. We're just trying to get, but if you just want to lean on the wall, and I'm going to lower these lights. So, I'm going to start shutting these lights down.
So good. Who's so
Oh my God.
Right. Yeah, you can just lean.
Yes, it's amazing.
Yeah, just to move, right? All right, so we should feel a little vibration in the legs and the feet. For those of you that have been doing this for a while, you should feel it right away, like Gail's right away. But just let everything go. feel the soles of your feet. Give up the hold. Melt. No resistance. Usually we're here. I'm not supposed to tell you, but it's usually 5 minutes. And I try to distract you. This practice of TRE, for those of you who haven't done it, distraction's good. So when we're not aware, and when we're shaking, and we're, like in here, everybody likes to relax a little bit, but at home, you can be watching TV, you can write a letter, you can, whatever you want. Distraction's good, because we bypass the left mind, the thinking brain. So TRE, we did these 7 exercises. We activate the body's natural tremoring response in a safe, controlled setting. And we allow the contraction and the expansion, the little tremor, to take on a life of its own. It starts, and then it creates a rhythm. It works from the legs, and it travels, finding areas of tension. All of that stuck energy that's in our fascia, like a matted sweater. And it liquefies it, it makes flow, and finds the next area of tension. And then when we finally lie on the floor after it's beyond our legs, we put our feet flat, which allows the tremors to move from the legs into the central nervous system, into our spine. And then they travel along the gray matter of the spine to the base of the brain, to the reptilian part of the brain, right here where we hold and lodge and where trauma sets. Trauma sets. Trauma that's soft. Hearing our parents fight. All developmental trauma we're not even consciously aware of sets itself here. Cognitive therapy, we can't get to it there. We can only get to it through the body vibrationally. And it travels to the midbrain where the hippocampus is, where all of our emotions are. And then it travels up to the frontal cortex, where our executive functioning is, where we're logical, where we could be online and look at each other and be socially engaged. But most of us who are contracted and in protect and living in trauma and great tension and overwhelm, our kids today, adults on the equipment, everybody's like this. We're chronically in overwhelm. This part of the brain, the amygdala, is up and we're not online. We can't engage. When I have my switch down after a practice like this, and I'm like, my frontal cortex is on, this is off. I can look at you in the eye. I can say, how you doing? I can touch you. I have empathy. I engage. And I have a regulation to myself. I'm self-regulated, meaning I'm pretty much authentic. I know who I am. I know when you're messing with my energy, like what you're saying, true. Somebody can really mess with your energy. But if you can recognize it, breathe into it, and you make a choice. I can leave the room. I can get out of here.
Yeah, but sometimes I think it sort of like just has to wear off too.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't, I think you're right. I think the more you're centered, the less you might get thrown off. But I think certain communication impacts you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, it just takes a little time for it to wear off so you can feel like you can get back to yourself. I think that's a real phenomenon.
Some people are really operating. Most people in today's world are of density, of very low vibration.
Mm-hmm.
We're just listening to the music
Right.
of today and the news, and we stay very dense.
Yeah.
All right, get off the wall. And when you come off the wall, soft knees and hang forward. Just let your body surrender and feel whatever you feel. If the body, the legs want to shake, let it shake. You're here for 1 minute. I'm going to shut these lights. Anybody feel shaken?
Yeah.
All right. So just feel that a little bit more. And then when you feel like you're ready to come up, you can slowly vertebra by vertebra, rise. And your feet, though, are going to be in this butterfly for you, too. And when you make the butterfly, you take 3 breaths like this, and then we're going to lift our hips for a minute. I'll step you through it. Then we lower our hips for 3 breaths. Then you push your heels just a little bit away, and we take a 2-inch elevation where we squeeze our knees up. I keep you there for a couple minutes. Then we raise them 2 more inches. Then we'll raise them 2 more inches. Each sweet spot gives you a little more vibration. Then we bring our feet flat and lets the tremor move a little bit. And then you could take a break by just stretching your legs out or locking your feet completely, and it stops the tremor. I'll guide you through it.